So my name is Ariel Rodriguez, aka AJ. Born in Hialeah, raised in Broward. Grew up in PR as well for 5 years. Came back over here. Been here in Florida ever since. that's pretty much the whole gist of it. Growing up in church, it was a great season because made a lot of friends, did a lot of activities. I used to also play instruments. I used to do dances with the youth group and the younger kids as well. As far as Jesus growing up, it felt more like a distant figure, because yeah, we'll go to church, but it was more of don't do this, don't do that. So I didn't understand why. So it was more like a distant relationship, even though I was growing up in church. So for me, family, it means having my mom, my brother, my grandma, and myself. My dad was gone pretty early, so we didn't really have him around, but it was just us four. But it was just a period of just grinding, everybody trying to, make sure we got rent covered, we got bills covered. Yeah, it was just very hectic, very trying to meet a lot of financial responsibilities, I would say, yeah. I guess after stepping away, you can kind of see maybe messing with some vices and stuff like that. You can see a lot of it is just momentarily. I guess it's all just a brief moment of maybe peace, happiness, but nothing really fulfilling. But after going through it, because we're hard-headed, you kind of realize it and you move away from it. She became a part of my life, and just randomly one day she just said, "Oh, I'm gonna go to check out this church." So my first reaction was church? What do you mean? What are you talking about? But she went by herself with a friend.
Maria was, I don't want to say careless, but a little bit reckless. I do think that I moved and then I thought about my actions later. So when I felt a certain way, I would run to drinking. I would drink like it was water. Smoking. I would just try to fill myself up with worldly things. I would go out, hang out with friends without really trying to solve the issue. Jesus did exist. I didn't know who he was, what relationship I had with him, and how he really affected and had an impact on my life. Priscilla encouraged me to go to church, and from then on it was what unfolded everything for Rnwl. I went on my own just to see what it was really about, and that's when I was welcomed with open arms. The sense that the church actually cared for not only me, but for everybody in the church as individuals. They cared about them outside of church, their personal lives. They tried to get to know us on a deeper level.
First time I went to Rnwl, it was kind of a shock because everybody was very loving and very supportive, and I'm I don't even know you guys, so I'm this is a little weird for me. But I used to try to after service, I used to try to leave as fast as I could, just so I didn't talk to nobody. You knew you're not in the right, but you don't want to face the music. You don't want to kind of take accountability. You don't want to look at yourself that deep. So I didn't want to, face the music. I didn't want to face the consequences of my own actions.
If this is all the things God is calling us to do, I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Si esto es todo lo que Dios está pidiendo de nosotros, ¿cómo lo vamos a hacer?
Being holy in an unholy world is not easy.
Siendo santo en un mundo que no es santo, no es fácil.
But the good thing is that God knows us and doesn't expect us to accomplish all of these demands on our own.
Pero la cosa buena es que Dios nos conoce y no espera que nosotros hagamos todo esto en nuestras propias fuerzas.
He gave us the Holy Spirit to rely on.
Él nos dio el Espíritu Santo que nos ayude.
He is knocking on our doors.
Está tocando nuestras puertas.
Are we gonna open the door and let him into our hearts?
Le vamos a abrir la puerta y que entre nuestros corazones.
Or are we gonna ignore his calling
O vamos a ignorar el llamado.
and go back to what we were doing before he knocked?
Y regresar atrás a lo que estábamos haciendo antes de tocar nuestra puerta.
I don't remember the exact message, but it was like an altar call, and it was just like the final breakthrough, and I was just like, all right, you gotta make a choice, because, you know, it's time. So I just took a step, went to the altar call, re-gave my life to Jesus, and I've been with it ever since. I don't want to go back.
A lot of people that I have conversations with in the world always say, how do we know that God is real? And my response has been, I'd rather live life filled with happiness and peace than to live life my way, filled with anger, depression, and sorrow on my own.